50% quarterbacks. Who are we going to be paid? Who are we going to be patient on? And who are we going to panic on? C-Cat, you're going to join us as well.
Christian, what's up, buddy?
Happy to be here. Thanks for covering for me yesterday.
Let's start for the man who is now going to be back under center for the Indianapolis Colts, Anthony Richardson.
Patience. I got to give him patience at least for this year. Now, at the end of the year, I think we could have a conversation. But right now, I'm going to say patience because he sat 2 games now.
I agree.
So if Anthony Richardson goes out there, throws for 85 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks, we're walking into Monday morning thinking, you know what, let's relax.
I got to stand.
He's younger than every quarterback coming into the draft next year.
I got to stand by C-Cat. I got to stand by my words. So my answer to that is yes.
I think he stinks, but for the sense of a quarterback, give the guy a chance. Good Lord.
But hang on, what did you just say? He what?
He stinks.
Yeah, I'm confident in saying right now the 2025 Colts starting quarterback is Anthony Richardson. If I were to place money on him right now, I think in that way, patience.
I think a lot of that has to do with the crop that's coming in, but I understand your point. Drake May. Patience.
Absolutely. New England is a great organization. I'm interested to see if Gerard Mayo is the coach, Colin, but I'm going to say patience on Drake.
Well, yeah, I don't know why there would be any cause for concern for Drake May in particular. The team not very great right now, but they knew that coming into the season.
I will say, Colin, I got to out myself a little bit. I was not a fan of Drake May. I've told you this before. I was not a fan of Drake May going into this draft, but patience. You got to. You drafted him.
Will Levis.
Oh, he's all right.
Panic.
Hang on. You say Anthony Richardson stinks. Colin, this guy stinks.
Yeah, he stinks.
Absolutely panic on him. I could see Tennessee drafting a quarterback. Both Callahans, the head coach and the father, I really rate them. I think they're going to draft their own quarterback going into this spring.
Yeah, Will Levis got more than just a shot. He got a pretty good opportunity in this league.
And they really boomed up that roster to try to compete with that, and nothing happened. Got him a new coach, got him a new defense.
Levis is a competitor. You know, he bounced around in college a little bit. He's got to look in the mirror and say, okay, I'm not a starting NFL quarterback. That's okay. Let's make everyone around me happy. Let's stick around in the NFL for a long time as a career backup.
Boys, he was...
Gardner Minshew. No, that wasn't a question, but that was an example.
Yeah,
exactly.
But boys, he was a projected top 5 pick a month before the draft. He was a projected top 10 pick going into that night. He fell to the second round. No coincidence there.
Caleb Williams.
Got to be patience. Number one for my sake, because I was screaming till the cows come home on how he's going to be the next great thing in the NFL and how great of a team the Bears
He still
are
might be. That's why I don't understand what people are talking about. Yeah, we knew that fundamentally he had issues. Everybody knew that, right? Everybody knew that he danced around in the pocket too much, and he was a little unreliant on playing the quarterback the right way, quote unquote. We knew this. This is going to take a little bit for him to get his feet wet. I don't know. Complete patience.
Complete patience. I think he has all the tools in his arsenal to be successful. I will say, though, Colin, 120 passing yards, man.
Bad.
C-Cad, you can't do that.
Go get him. Reset. This is not the year. Go get him a coach. Go get him a play caller who knows what they're doing, and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm patient on particularly Caleb Williams for sure. He's not a problem.
He might be a problem right now, but he's not the problem. He's not nowhere near the problem. The Bears are the problem. I think we should all be on the same page. I included him because he's a rookie. Bo Nix.
Patience.
Yeah. I mean, if you're saying patience, I almost using that English vernacular. That's almost like be patient. He'll eventually fall off.
He's a strange quarterback because he's a little bit of that Josh Allen rookie year where on a better team, he just is trying to figure it out a way to win. And I know that sounds a little cliche with how quarterbacks do it, but he's literally just trying to figure out a way to get down the field. He's not trying to make it pretty. He's not trying to make it all that clean. He's going to use his legs. He's going to use his body. I like him because he's kind of a gamer in that sense. But I agree. Complete patience. He's been I liked him in college, too. He's got a gamer mentality. He reminds me of Mayfield a little bit.
And we talked about the situation with Caleb and the Bears. I like the situation with Sean Payton. A lot of people don't like Sean Payton. I love Sean Payton. He can come and coach my football team anytime he wants. Absolute patience on Bo Nix and Sean Payton. I'm going to loop both of them in on it.
Last year's number 1 overall pick, Bryce Young.
Ooh, before we move on, Bo Nix beat Pat Mahomes over the weekend. Like, if block field goal, take that away, that's outside of any of their controls. Bo Nix beat the Chiefs. Yeah. So I am very excited for what they have to do.
Yeah,
Bryce Young.
Colin, I'm panic on Young. I think it's a product of bad ownership, and I think it's a product of maybe, we talked a couple weeks ago on how we think we're going to see a lot more quarterbacks stay in college. I think Bryce Young might have done better off the rip in the NFL if he maybe would have stayed an extra year in Alabama. I am panic on Bryce Young, though.
Yeah, same draft as Will Levis. I'm writing off Willis. I am not writing off Bryce Young. It's a garbage organization. Everyone who went to Carolina looked bad, and now you have Darnold looking pretty good. You have Baker with a completely rejuvenated career. I'm not writing off Bryce Young yet.
See, all of us seem a little phony because we all wrote off Will Levis. We all
Tannehill played good in Tennessee,
fine.
though.
We had enough patience in Anthony Richardson, who stinks. And then now we're back and forth on Young. This is all of us, by the way. I'm a patience on Young as well because of the same reason I'll have for Richardson. The cards he was dealt was not fair. And he is starting, not pretty, but he is starting to turn somewhat of a corner. It's a number 1 overall pick. Give the kid a chance is the way I look at it. He was terrible last year. He is better this year than he was last year. They're winning enough games. This team, they are terrible.
Right. Is he turning a corner, though?
He's played better. The Bryce Young, the last 2 weeks, is ahead, and it's not a high bar to cross. Head and shoulders better than what we saw the Bryce Young week 1 through 3 of the season.
Might be lame for me, but I almost liked what I saw from Bryce Young when he was a backup quarterback on the sideline. Had nothing bad to say. There was no questions where his mentals were. They were on.
He took it the right way.
Now,
took it
Colin,
the perfect way.
Colin and Christian, interested to hear both of you on this. Well, we can mark it up to the situation, and I even said that when I said panic. But 25 attempts, 126 yards. I mean, the week before that, 171 yards.
Who's he throwing to? Adam Thielen?
In a winning football game, 4 drops on the Saints, too, with that Saint game. Okay. So the way I look at it is he's playing winning football. What are you looking for here? Are you looking for a floor raiser, top 4 quarterback in the league that's going to change your life?
I know the
Or are you looking for a complimentary quarterback?
The Panthers, I think, were looking for that savior. Hence, what
are you just do it? You're just going to do it all over again?
They lined up with what the Panthers lined up Bryce Young with. It seemed to me that they were like, make these guys better, and shame on them.
So if you're in Carolina, are you drafting a quarterback? You don't got to. I mean, I don't think you necessarily believe that. I don't want to paint you in a corner.
Here's the thing: if you're drafting a quarterback, you better trade Bryce Young.
They're not trading. I think there's no reason to trade him. For what? For who? Who is your backup? You're thinking about those top 4 that we brought up, and those floor raisers. Lamar was drafted 30th overall. Josh Allen, I think, was drafted 17th. I want to say. Mahomes in the 10 range, I think, and then Burrow was the first overall pick.
If the Panthers,
this is a crapshoot.
If the Panthers want to trade Bryce Young could be Cleveland's bridge quarterback. We'll give him a 5th-round pick for Bryce Young.
Hold on. You're already coming up with some hypothesis.
I am. Yeah. Colin, hang on. We'll give him a 5th-round pick, 4th-round pick. We'll give him the Justin Fields treatment for Bryce Young. Young could be our quarterback for 2 years until we draft one and we're out of the woods with Watson. And Carolina could draft one at 1 or 2, wherever they're at.
Poor Bryce Young doesn't even get a chance.
He doesn't even get a chance
going to Cleveland.
Yeah, he doesn't get a chance.
You are anti-give Bryce Young a shot.
He does not get a chance if he's going from Carolina to Cleveland, baby.
And you're already planning on the next guy when Bryce Young hasn't even put on the jersey.
But do you guys,
he's still under contract.
So, last thing on this. I know we spent a long time on Bryce Young. Say they draft a quarterback. You don't agree with me. You think they should keep Bryce Young and the rookie quarterback.
I don't think they're going to get a rookie quarterback. I have no consideration in my head that they are going to go after a quarterback. They have so many more pressing needs.
You don't think Canales maybe goes to the GM and get me my guy, give me, let's get together, let's find our guy.
Because who is this guy in this situation?
Listen, we've been screaming until the cows come home out. This isn't a quarterback draft. I understand
it's partially the crop is not that great. There's no generational guy that's going to change your to improve your day like this, because Caleb Williams didn't work for him, didn't work for Bryce Young. Proof's in the pudding. Just getting a number 1 overall quarterback that is a surefire prospect does not solve all of your problems.
Ooh, and trade that pick, and you need guys, you need dudes to surround Bryce Young. That first
complimentary
overall pick.
Quarterback. That's the theme of today's show. Complimentary.
Hey, think about supply demand. There are quarterback really hungry teams in the NFL right now as we speak. You get that number 1 overall pick, there's only, like Colin mentioned, 1, 2, max 3 quarterbacks that you would love in that top 10. Trade that pick down and get a king's ransom for it.